vortex tried to fry her brain.
Where is she?
Declan, she's...
I can't remember.
You need to focus.
What's up, Lil? Yeah, Ed, living there talking head. Coming to you live with Daigo of VRified Games. How we doing, Daigo?
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Yeah, man, that's all right.
You've made it. Let's move.
So tell me, what in the Johnny Mnemonic is going on up in here, up and now? What's all this?
Well, Ed, yeah?
Follow me. We need to get you to the helipad.
You pretty much nailed one of the influences. This is Deceptive reality. It's currently in early access for MetaQuest. I have it on good authority that a PSVR 2 version is in the works. Early days. So what is it? Okay, so full disclosure, the game dev did reach out and ask, did we want to take a look at the game, give them some feedback? So we said, yeah, of course. We always love to do that. We always love to check out new things in VR, build a rapport with developers, give them our feedback as avid gamers in the VR genre. Why not?
Okay.
So yeah, they did give us a copy for free. Thank you very much indeed. Links in the description if you want to get a copy of this game for yourselves. Just be aware it is in early access, and this is our thoughts and feelings on it. So right off the bat, Ed, you nailed one of the influences, Johnny Mnemonic. This is very much a cyberpunk story. Alright, so it has that sort of 80s retro-futuristic kind of look. Not uncommon in, well, games like Cyberpunk 2077. The influences from the cyberpunk genre are quite clear, that being Johnny Mnemonic, The Matrix, and yeah, combat pulled straight out of John Wick.
Oh, damn. The Dev House certainly does have a hard-on for Keanu Reeves.
It would seem so.
Oh, who could blame him?
Yep. So yeah, it is very much that kind of tech-noir, cyberpunk kind of story. You start off kind of in the middle of things, and you go from there. So let's go to the pros of this. The aesthetic is quite cool. The storyline is intriguing, like where is this going to go? There's a wonderful comic book style cinematic at the beginning. Kind of sets everything up.
Use the panic room to get to a lower level. I'll meet you outside.
And right from the get-go, I was hooked. I was like, what is going on? Who are these people? What's happening? What's going on?
What happened to Aya isn't on me. Please, Declan.
Who am I? And indeed, the protagonist is wondering the same thing, as his memory seems to be scrambled. Also, quite impressive. It seems to be like a small dev team that put this together using Unreal Engine. Now, yes, as they're a small dev team, you kind of can see where some corners are cut. Because I kind of know just how much work goes into these things, I can't be too harsh on it. I know how difficult it is, but at the same time, I do have to be honest, there's only like 3 enemy types. So maybe if there was some variety in how the guards looked, it would go a long way to selling it. It also seems to have a lot of copy-paste assets within the level design and geometry itself. Obviously this running on a standalone device. Things are a little more low poly, giving the whole thing more of a sort of PS2/PS3 era kind of look in terms of aesthetic. Not a bad thing at all. Actually, I kind of dig it myself because I'm an older gamer. But you can see that this was a cost and time-saving initiative that they took. Level layout and design is absolutely fine. Enemy AI is okay, can't really fault it. Combat, when it works, and I'll get to this in a little bit, but combat when it works is very satisfying, especially gunplay and hand-to-hand combat. Very, very satisfying when you pull off combos. And locomotion also. But now down to the nitty-gritty feedback. Now, I don't mean any of this to be taken negatively. I always want to give constructive criticism. I want this dev house to succeed. This product is really cool. I like the concept. I see the potential in it, but it does need some more time in the oven, and I'll explain why. In the opening level, there is no hand-holding. Very, very little, in fact. Yeah, not a bad thing at all. But you'll notice throughout the gameplay that there are instances where I kind of die unfairly, just because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like here at the very beginning, when you jump on the elevator and you have to get off at a certain level, I didn't know where the hell I was going, so I fell through the geometry and died. There's also a portion later on where you have to use basically a zip line to go up, and because I didn't know how to dismount, I kept falling to my death. So little prompts, little on-screen messages that you could work into the story, as in, it's a heads-up display, so you get prompts just on what to do, would go a long way. There's also some areas where I've noticed some jank with the physics, and you'll see it in certain areas in the video too. There doesn't seem to be a crawl button, so you have to physically crouch. Now, I would like to see some accessibility options, because not everybody can play standing. There are people out there with some disability, so it would be nice for him to have a crouch button. And I do see this in many titles actually, so it's not a criticism at all towards this dev house, but towards the industry in general. It would be good to see some accessibility options for those people. But yeah, what I was saying before about jank, I have noticed when interacting with some physics, be it combat or climbing, going through doorways, that you can clip through the geometry, clip through your enemies. Yeah, so there is a level of jank here that would need to be ironed out before there's a finished product, especially if it's going to go to PSVR 2 also. That being said, the potential is very much here. I had a lot of fun with this. Yes, you can tell it's an indie dev, and hats off to them. Love the creativity, love the story. But as a result of that indie dev, working with what they have, you can see where corners have been put in terms of the same enemy type being recycled, same enemy AI, and level geometry being copy and paste based. That's not a critique at all to be taken negatively, but it is hopefully going to be taken on board as constructive criticism to maybe add some more enemy model types, maybe male, female, mix them up, race, whatever. Just a little bit of variety in there. You can keep the uniforms, absolutely, and then just change the palette swap on the skin. You know, that's all you would really need to do. Palette swap of the hair color, that kind of thing. Vary the enemy AI a little bit, would be nice. Now, in saying that, I did just play the opening level, so things could open up later on. This is just my first impressions of that. And in terms of the textures in your level layout and design, it would be nice to go in and kind of add some variety there also, just so it doesn't seem like I'm going down the same corridor over and over again. For accessibility, it would be nice to have a crouch button. And just in terms of the jank with the physics, it would be good to just leave this in the oven a little bit longer to iron out those kinks.
It's an honor,
But yeah, overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can see the potential in Deceptive reality and look forward to seeing where it goes and where this dev house goes in the future. I wish them the very best of luck on the MetaQuest platform and also the upcoming PSVR 2 release. So I guess we're going to leave it there, you guys. Like, comment and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to them eventually. You can also follow us on TikTok for our adventures over there, which are basically condensed versions of what we do over here. And yeah, follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the descriptions, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you there also. Alright, VRified Games out.
Y'all, listen up. Exclusive deal time. If y'all in the market for a Meta headset, accessory, or game from the store, check out our affiliate links in the description for some money off on those bad boys. Not only will you get a sweet little discount on any of the sales, but we also get a little something, you know what I mean? It'd be much appreciated to help the channel out. Thanks, y'all. Yeah.